Down with you for saying it, Carla.
Sit down.
No.
You're
the one who disturbed the dance.
They came into our house. They took one of ours. You idiots. They'll come back. They'll come back because we didn't make them pay. And when they come back, they'll be laughing.
They're not gonna come back because that was a personal revenge. So you're wrong with that, and
Goddamn victims.
I understand your anger and your reasons, but
I'm asking us to risk more people and resources and at the worst possible time. And I want everyone to know, it's not because I want revenge. It's
No.
not. What I want is what you used to give people. I want justice. We have a word for these people. They're called strangers. Well, I don't think that we're strangers to each other. And I want to know that I can count on you. And I swear, if someone hurts any of you or the people you love, you can count on me.
she's making a good speech and a good point right there.
Council decides that I am asking you, please do what it takes to see that justice is done. Not for me. Not even for Joel. I am asking you, please do it for us. Yes. No. Yes. No. No. No.
8.
The vote is 8-3. The proposal is rejected. So, what's your plan? Go to Seattle and kill Abby.
Oh wow, what a plan!
Surf the highways, street free cities or settlements. Once we're out, we'll follow the
Oui.
River Canyon, then break off through the Snoqualmie Pass. Snoqualmie?
She said oui. You should have paid attention to that.
Provisions. Travel light but smart. Winter coats for beds, jackets for blankets, first aid kits, batteries, bear spraying. Now, handguns. What are you bringing?
She's better than you
Hmm?
at organizing stuff.
That's what you're gonna kill him. Fucking right. And save it for that. Slow and kicks like hell. Really? Shoot your damn ass off? Heard that before? I've done it before. No shots. Questions. Yeah, one. How the fuck are we gonna get all of this? I know a guy. No, don't tell me you told Jesse, please. Captain Wyoming? No. I love the man, but he's a little uptight about rules and shit.
Did you talk to the guy who attacked you, you know? Like, did you get help from him?
Thank you. Yeah, you could have just asked. No, I actually didn't know that.
Hmm.
Now you do. How'd you get her out?
She needs night watch at the stables. She's sympathetic to our cause. You're the one who gave the us speech, not me.
Hmm.
Saddlebags are filled with stuff I had squirreled away. 2 weeks worth of hardtack, bandages, alcohol, meds, batteries.
I'm not gonna say thank you to him.
Sure is.
You're really gonna go, just the two of you? I thought that we would have 1 or 2 friends more. It's Dina who did all of that. We can thank Dina for all of that. Do I need my my pillow? For me, it's a piece of a ring right there.
I
You never talked again about what happened between the two of you, all of that, right?
Okay, but I have a simple question. It's about New Year's Eve and, you know, the kid. I mean, whatever, you were super high. And you were drunk. Right, so it doesn't mean anything if that's what you're asking. No, I know that. How would you rate it?
No.
Scale of 1 to 10. No. You've kissed girls before. You're gay, I'm not.
Are you sure of
I'm
that?
just curious. Wanna know if I'm gonna
I think you might be bi, my dear.
Okay, fine, 6. Fuck you, 6. That's not bad. That sucks.
He wanted to say 9.
For the record, I don't believe you. Well, you asked, and I told you.
And I think that she's teasing you again.
Go back to Jesse. I already did. Well, there we have it. Does he ever strike you as sad? Jesse? Yeah. Has he ever told you what? No. I think deep inside that's just how he is. At least I hope that's why. Why did you hope that?
Yes.
Well, because if it's not that, then it's me,
Making him sad, you mean?
Ellie. It wasn't that.
Oh, you could have said I wasn't that drunk. The smile count?
He was running away. It's that simple.
Okay, yes.
I don't know, I've never seen it before.
So they truly got attacked by the wolves? Like, by Abby's group? Really?
A lot of different calibers. I don't think this was Fedra.
Ew. What? Did they kill all of the group?
If this was fucking bad, if Abby and her crew did this to people, to kids. Yeah.
She was on a personal revenge path, but
Let's go.
why doing all of that right there to them, to that cult, you know? Are we sure it's them?
Wow. Fucking Seattle. Pretty. Plus no one's shooting at us.
For now.
There's not that many wolves. There must be a whole lot less. Curtis or Viper. What? No. That was just me. I was trying to sound like a badass. You don't need to try.
Oh wow, they were supposed to look at something. They missed something.
Yeah, go ahead.
Ah, you're using that as a point of view? A good call.
You're all good? Move up.
So Abby and her guys are truly there. The car? The tank? That's Wolf? But I thought that they were just a little group. The time jump 3 years were just a little group. Ah, okay. A real army. Okay. 100? 200? Like... Ew. I appreciate the time jump. I imagined the time jump, you know, to have the community from being attacked, being sad, burying people, to directly repairing, trying to move on and all. I thought that we would have that because spending time on the pain, on the tears, all of that, for a show like The Last of Us, which is lasting only for 7 episodes, it would have taken too long, too many scenes for that, so clearly I imagined the time jump. Even if we had the time jump, because of Ellie's situation, because she was at the hospital, we had to be confronted to her pain, to her discovering the house, you know, without Joel, to her visiting his grave, to her doing stuff, you know, talking about him and doing stuff in his name. So my challenge of not crying today, I'm considering that I won, because it was not crying like crying. You know, I did not cry like during the previous episode. I had some tears, but it was empathy tears, you know. I was crying because she was crying, because... well, that's it. I won my challenge. I consider that I won my challenge, and none of you can make me think the contrary. That was a good episode to do the transition, you know, between what happens, the town getting attacked, Joel getting killed, and now the revenge path with Ellie and Dina trying to find a way to have her revenge against Abby and her group. We needed one episode like that to see what the town was gonna become. You know, all of the healing and repairing situation was gonna decide about Joel's death. Are we gonna go after the ones who killed him together or not? And all of the preparation for Ellie, mourning Joel's death, but also trying to convince people to follow her, and finally going on her own, and in fact no, with Dina, who wants to help her, and in fact also who doesn't want to get separated from her, all of that. So yes, that was a good episode to make that transition. What we're discovering at the end about the fact that the wolf team, it's in fact an army. Like, we began the episode 1 with Abby and her group saying like, oh, but it's just us now, like we're 5, 6 and that's all. What happened during the time jump that we had previously? It was 3 years for what I remember. What happened? Like, suddenly you're an army, you're that well equipped, you know, with all of these guns, all of these resources, a fucking tank. You're into the city like that? Like, what the fuck happened? Did you join them? Did you create them, that group? That's a military organization. I remember, you know, when Abby talked to Joel about the fact that she was a military girl for the last years, all of that, so I think that it's coming from that group, you know, that situation, but I'm not sure of how it happened, what happened truly for Abby and her group and this wolf group. I would be interested to have a flashback about that at some point. Clearly it's not gonna be as easy as you thought, Ellie, and I think that you're beginning to understand it because of that situation with that cult, smile cult group. It's really the wolves, you know, who killed them. That's what the guy said, that the wolves were coming to attack them, but what the fuck happened with all of that? That cult first, what? And then getting attacked and all killed? What? Why? Are we sure that it's the wolf team? Now that I know how many they are and all, I want to be like, okay, that was them, but are we sure of it? And why? Why killing that group? I don't understand. Abby wanted her personal revenge, I understand, but them killing a random group, you know, just like that, I don't understand. What, you're gonna kill everyone now? You know, if I'm coming back to the fireflies, to all of that, I'm like, What the fuck? Ellie, she's into that teenager's crisis, still now, still after all of that. It's difficult because we can see that she's lying to everyone about what she thinks, how she feels. Even Dina, and I'm not just talking about her feelings for Dina, but she's clearly lying about everything and everyone can see it. It's even worse, you know, the fact that they all know that she's lying to them and they're all letting her do that, and they can all feel like, I can feel that, you know, she has so much rage inside of her and she's so closed and blocked and everything is blocked right there, and it's like it doesn't want to come out, but when it's gonna come out it's gonna hurt so much. And Ellie, she knows it. At least she's not lying to herself about that. That's the little thing which is great in all of that, but she's lying about Joel, about what happened, how she feels about her death, about, you know, all of the thing about the last words that we said to someone doesn't represent the entire relationship, clearly. And I'm glad that she knows it, but in her heart she doesn't know it, and we can be sure that she's blaming herself for that and that she's feeling sad and mad about it. But I'm glad that at least she knows that line, that famous line, because it's true. I'm glad that Dina is coming with her, that she's gonna have a friend, that she's not gonna do all of that alone. Not only because she's gonna need help, you know, but clearly because she needs a friend, she needs someone with her. She's not good at being alone, in fact. She wants to think that she's good at being alone and independent. It's not the case. I would have loved for Jesse to come. I really appreciated his character. I don't know why. I think that he brought something good into the show, and also for Ellie. You know, I told you after the previous episode and during the intro of this episode that I was lost about what this show would be about now that we lost Joel, and not only because I would miss Joel and I considered that he was one of the main characters with Ellie, so I had trouble to imagine the show without him, but even more because for me this show was about their relationship, Ellie and Joel relationship, and without him, so without that relationship, I had trouble to imagine what this show would be about. Did this episode respond to my question? Yes and no, in the sense that he was present during the entire episode. In all conversations, he was present. They were all talking about him, about the fact that he disappeared, what are we gonna do to punish the ones who killed him. Ellie deciding to leave, he was everywhere. Joel was fucking everywhere during this episode, so in fact, this episode is not responding to the question because he was still there. So their relationship was still there because she's doing all of that for him. I think that I'm gonna have my answer more with the next episode, now that we're gonna begin truly the story of this season about organizing the revenge against that group, facing a new group in a new environment, that city, all of that. All of the revenge aspect, you know, I'm not like the guy who is like, let's not search for revenge, let's just forgive and all. That's not how I see stuff. It's more the fact that revenge is not gonna bring back peace, it's not gonna bring back the persons who died, and in fact, revenge is gonna make you criminals and awful people like the ones who killed your loved ones. So that's why I'm against revenge. Not for the forgiveness aspect. In fact, no, on the contrary, I think that you shouldn't forgive them. Me, I'm not thinking like that, you know, about the forgiveness aspect. On the contrary, I'm more like you should never forget and forgive what happened. But revenge, killing in response, it's not gonna bring back peace, it's not gonna bring back people who died, and in fact, it's just gonna continue and encourage that war, these fights, and it's never gonna end. Because if you're killing someone from their group, they're gonna want, at least one person is gonna want revenge for that. Never ending. So yes, that was a good episode. I had some emotions, but clearly less than the previous one, and that's better, you know, for my mental health. That's clearly better. We have a big situation in front of us. I don't know how Ellie is gonna deal with that. Ellie and Dina are gonna deal with that. I don't know why. I think that help from Jackson is gonna come before the end. I think that someone is gonna come from the city, like when they're gonna discover that the girls disappeared. Someone might come at some point. Jesse or another. I have that impression. We'll see if I'm right or not about that. Don't tell me into the comments. Don't tell me any spoilers, all of that. You know that I didn't play to the game, so please, no spoilers. Okay, it's all for you and for me for today, so it's all for me for now. So bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Hey.